Were you aware that one of America's most captivating personalities became one of its most ruthless serial killers? The man in question was Ted Bundy, whose attractive features and magnetic charm successfully concealed the soul of a merciless predator who would earn infamy as one of history's most notorious murderers. To virtually everyone in his circle, Bundy presented himself as an exemplary citizen, articulate, brilliant, and remarkably charismatic. He dedicated time to volunteering for political campaigns, showcasing apparent community involvement, while pursuing legal education that suggested intellectual prowess and social standing. His perpetual grin and refined mannerisms deceived numerous people, creating an image of the perfect gentleman that no one questioned. Yet beneath that flawless facade existed something fundamentally different, a methodical hunter with an unquenchable thirst for brutality. Bundy's hunting techniques were as clever as they were horrifying. He systematically targeted young women, utilizing elaborate psychological manipulation to ensnare his innocent victims. His signature strategy involved feigning physical disabilities to project vulnerability and harmlessness, soliciting assistance through seemingly harmless requests, or acting confused and lost while seeking guidance. These deliberate deceptions enabled him to capitalize on the inherent kindness and willingness to help displayed by his targets. Once he successfully guided them toward his vehicle, these trusting women vanished forever, becoming statistics in America's darkest criminal history. The complete magnitude of Bundy's murderous campaign remains disturbingly unclear to this day. Though he ultimately confessed to murdering at least 30 women spanning 7 separate states, federal investigators and behavioral analysts suspect the actual victim count far exceeds this figure. Nobody truly comprehends the full scale of his homicidal activities, since Bundy was notorious for his evasiveness and habit of concealing crucial details even while awaiting his death sentence. What distinguished Bundy as exceptionally horrifying wasn't merely his killing, it was his systematic brutalization of victims and his perverse ongoing connection with death itself. He consistently returned to murder locations well after committing the crimes, occasionally sleeping alongside the decomposing corpses days afterward, revealing a degree of mental disturbance that stunned veteran law enforcement professionals. This necrophilic conduct exposed the profound depths of his corruption and absolute absence of human compassion. His psychological profile revealed a man completely detached from normal human emotions, viewing his victims not as people but as objects for his twisted gratification. The crime scenes he left behind told stories of unimaginable horror, with evidence of prolonged torture and sadistic behavior that would haunt investigators for decades. Even seasoned detectives who had witnessed countless violent crimes found themselves disturbed by the sheer brutality and calculated nature of Bundy's actions against innocent young women. Even after being apprehended, Bundy's shrewdness and boldness persisted throughout his incarceration. Following his original arrest, he successfully escaped police custody twice, showcasing his intellect and ingenuity despite being imprisoned. During 1978, after his second jailbreak, he initiated one of his most savage murder sprees. He invaded a sorority residence at Florida State University and executed a vicious assault on 4 women during one evening, successfully killing 2 victims. This barbaric attack ultimately resulted in his final apprehension several weeks afterward. Bundy received a death sentence and faced execution in 1989, yet even during his last moments, he persisted in disclosing the genuine magnitude of his criminal activities. He acknowledged additional bodies existed, casualties whose remains had never been located. Certain detectives theorize he interred victims throughout isolated wilderness areas across numerous states, while alternative theories suggest he concealed trophies and evidence in clandestine locations known exclusively to him. Ted Bundy's enduring impact functions as a haunting warning that malevolence doesn't invariably display obvious characteristics. Occasionally, society's most dangerous hunters are individuals who display warmth, communicate persuasively, and integrate flawlessly within communities. The horror he unleashed was and continues to be enormous, persistently tormenting victims' families while functioning as a sobering lesson regarding the misleading appearance of genuine wickedness among us. His case forever changed criminal psychology and law enforcement approaches to serial killer investigations.